Life is Strange is a game I shouldn't like at all. I should hate it. It should be this thing that I despise. I'm some sort of self-hating hipster who hates other hipsters, who hates Tumblr, and I hate pictures, I hate selfies, I hate these fucking artistic people, and I hate SJWs, and I hate anti-SJWs, and I hate these fucking retarded episodic games that people are coming out with nowadays. And by people, I mean Telltale, and by Telltale, I mean Telltale can go fuck itself. So, why do I like Life is Strange? Why do I consider it to be quite possibly my favorite fucking game I've ever played, even though it's the pure antithesis of myself? You know, that's a question I can't answer. I don't have an answer for it. I don't know why I like Life is Strange so much. I feel like how much you like something is a lot like humor. It's completely based on timing. If you play an emotional game like Life is Strange, when you're at a shitty point in your life, right, it'll hit you harder than when you're on the up and up. This is also why I'm not funny in the fucking slightest, because my timing is the worst thing on this planet. I mean, it's July 29th right now. My plan was to upload this on the 30th. Maybe I'll be able to do it. Maybe I can just edit it for like 6 hours straight and maybe I'll get a decent cut out of it. This is my third time recording this audio. So this isn't a debate. This isn't an argument. This isn't any of it, really. I mean, I would say discussion. I'm not going to be biased. I'm not going to just nail every single thing that I liked about the game that other people disliked, and I'm going to prove them wrong. I'm going to do that. That's going to be the bulk of the video. But what did I not like about Life is Strange? Well, I mean, the story's kind of bad sometimes. There's a lot of plot holes in it, but you can infer a hell of a lot of it, and Don't Nod has addressed a hell of a lot of it. There's only really one point, I think, in the entire game that's genuinely not addressed by anybody, and that's Max's rewind powers, like how she got him and shit. And I don't really want them to explain that, because it's going to come down to some, spirits and ghosts and mumbo jumbo and shit, and I don't care enough, you know. Some shit can be a mystery. You don't have to know every single fucking thing about a game. I also do kind of dislike the art style in certain parts. For example, when you expect, that's not a word. When you inspect an item, sometimes it's stylized graphics, right? So it's not too terribly fucking horrible, but it seems kind of low res and it looks weird. Again, this is a very select few times. This rarely happens. Most of the time when you inspect it, it looks alright. But I've had it happen a few times where it just looks like absolute garbage. So, you know, yeah. I also kind of dislike how, I mean, I hate the principle of the fact that it's episodic. I don't like episodic games. I got into it after all of the episodes were released, but so I never had the issue of waiting for the episode. But, yeah, I mean, minus that, I can't say I hate anything else in the game particularly. So now that I'm done being not biased, let's talk about why people hate the game and why they're wrong. Hell yeah, let's just prove everyone's opinion's invalid. Fuck yeah, dude. I am hardcore. Before I start, though, I do have to say, so, as I said, it's an episodic game, and this is where the bad part comes in. A lot of the major, like, gaming outlets and shit, they only really reviewed the first episode, never updated it to have the rest of the episodes. They only ever really, like, reviewed the first episode from what I could see, so, that's kind of awkward. It's a little bit awkward. So, we're gonna, oh god, we're gonna have to do this based off, Metacritic and fucking Steam reviews, which I know Steam reviews are the worst thing on this planet, and I accidentally right-clicked and I want to die. But yeah. So, oh god, I will say though, a lot of not a lot, but some Steam reviews, they have really, really good criticism. They have a lot of good points and all that. So not every Steam review is a fucking 5-letter word meme or something in all caps that you made very quickly because you wanted to be the first review and got a lot of people to hate you. It got banned by a Steam moderator. Okay, I guess. Fuck. All my friends are emo, take it slow. No! Minority that is vocal really fucking dislikes the rewind system. Alright. So as I said at the top, I don't really care about how she got it because I'm not that nitpicky. But yeah, it's not even what people are bitching about. People are bitching more about the fact that it's a thing itself, which is stupid. The rewind system, for those of you who are unaware, basically on PC you hold down the right mouse button, which I accidentally pressed earlier. Oh shit, callbacks, fucking hell. But you basically hold down the right mouse button or you press control to just revert your previous action. And with what the right mouse button does, you can just rewind time. Any choices you made when you talk to people, dialogue, shit like that, it gets rewound. Rewound? Rewinded? I have trouble pronouncing my R's, so this is going to be a pain to fucking listen to. Oh my god. So anyway, you can rewind time and pretty much revert any action that you've done. You keep inventory items and shit, like stuff that's on your person. You keep it, and you know, it's great. It's cool, awesome, lovely. It's a core part of the game, and it's what sets Life is Strange apart from every fucking Telltale game in existence. It's one of the most unique fucking mechanics, but it's so simple. It's not overly complicated. It's not something that just you have to try to figure out for like 2 whole episodes before you kind of get what it does. It's simple and it works. You don't need it to be that complicated. It's essential in a large part of the game because there are puzzles. It's not like The Walking Dead's really retarded pharmacy section where you have to do very specific things in a very specific order and you get really confused, and everyone that I've talked to gets annoyed by this. So yeah, like that's a thing. Life is Strange's puzzles are this perfect blend of kind of complicated but simple. It's not a puzzle game. This isn't Portal 2. They are simple, they use the rewind system effectively, and they aren't the most tedious fucking things in the world. They work really good. Save scumming is a big fucking problem. From Telltale to RPGs like, I was gonna say Fallout 4, but calling that an RPG would be offensive, wouldn't it? Hey. But in Fallout 4, a lot of times in side quests, you're given options to ask for more money for a side quest you do, and you can just save and then do the persuasion check, save, do the persuasion check until you max them out, and it's stupid. Save scumming is really dumb. The rewind system prevents all of that from happening. Midway through the game, you lose your rewind powers, and you have to make a choice. You have to try to prevent someone from doing something. I originally thought this was just a scripted event and that you can't tell them, or I guess persuade them to not do said thing. It turns out you actually can. Having this moment of tension, this is probably the most suspenseful part of the game. You don't have that crutch anymore. You don't have the ability to just fix everything in an instant if you fuck this up. And that is where the rewind system truly shined for me. Now, a little bit later on, and by a little bit later on I mean immediately after, you're put into another confrontation with more pretty hard choices. But the issue with that is, by then, they give you the rewind system back, which I really didn't like. That's probably the one part I genuinely hated about the game, is that they should have had that where you didn't have rewind a little bit longer. Because after that, you make a pretty hard choice, actually. But yeah, it's just like, the rewind system is good. When they take it away, you don't even consider save scumming. You don't even consider it. It's like, oh shit, okay, fuck. That's a bad thing. But I do feel like they could have had that go on a little bit longer. Yeah, that's the only thing I genuinely disliked about it. But the rewind system itself, it's essential in the game. It gives it its identity, and it's easily the best part of the entire fucking thing, pretty much, gameplay-wise. Wait for them to fucking kill themselves. Yo. Yeah. You know, when I was doing the whole neutral thing in the very beginning, and I was saying how, oh, I dislike this and this and this, you know, I'm a balanced person. I was going to say that, oh, I don't like the voice acting, but when I played through it from start to finish three times now, and I play the first episode. I think I've done a failed playthrough because I'm stupid and can't keep my attention with a game. But when I do that, it just goes so much further back into anything, really. Ashley Birch is probably the best fucking voice actor I've ever heard. You go from Tiny Tina to Chloe fucking Price. Like, how do you do that? I want to know how that is possible. But a lot of people don't like the characters, and a lot of people cite particularly the voice acting as being bad. Particularly with Max. People say how in episode 1 she sounds so unprofessional, like a college fucking project. I would say that's the point. It said when you're playing, it's like October. So the school year just started. She's a senior in high school. So you just moved, I guess, back into this city. You just got into this school. You know nobody around here. You know barely anybody minus, I guess, Chloe. And you talk to Warren. And you know everybody else's names, but you don't actually know them. That's what I think is probably the best part about the game. The fact that Max goes to this new school, she's stuttery, she can't really talk to people. Hell, by episode 5 she still can't. She's still pretty shy, but she's gone through so much shit in just the week that the game goes through. And it just, she elevates herself. She can talk to people more naturally. She develops as a character throughout the entire game, and it's fucking amazing. It's this great piece of how much a character can really progress and can really mature, I guess. The antagonists, alright? The bad guys, with people like Nathan, people like Victoria, people like everything else is kind of spoilery-ish, but Victoria and Nathan are two of the weirdest fucking characters in this entire game. How you think they're both just rich white kids with a fucking clique who think they're better than everybody else. As the game goes on, you kind of feel bad for them. Especially Nathan. Nathan made me almost fucking feel absolutely horrible. I felt bad for him. He's a virtual character. I felt so bad for him. He's such a shit person, but you can't help but feel sorry for the guy after you learn about everything that he has done. Compare this to something like, I know I'm going on a crutch a lot, and I think I've mentioned it 2 or 3 times already, but compare this to The Walking Dead, right? I don't like comparing games to other games because I feel like we should judge a game based on what it actually fucking does and not what other games did that it kind of does slightly as much. I tend to call this the Far Cry 3 syndrome. I don't know if someone called it that already and I'm just remembering it or whatever. But basically, it was like back when Far Cry 3 came out, and everyone said, "Oh, it's Skyrim with guns, dude." Even though its similarities were it's an open world game, and there's kind of a stealth mechanic, and that stealth mechanic is the only really fun way to play the game. And those are the only similarities between Skyrim and Far Cry 3. I mean, okay. However, I feel like when it's such an undersaturated genre, such as these sort of 5-part, sort of episodic point-and-click adventure game things, comparisons are much more prevalent and much more relevant, because one game sets a standard that every other game should adhere to. Now, while I know there's a lot of die-hard Telltale fans, I'm not one of them. I fucking hate a lot of their games. A lot of them consider Wolf Among Us to be the best Telltale game. And then some other people say Tales from the Borderlands, which I fucking loved, but that's because I like Borderlands. Their most popular game by far is The Walking Dead. Especially the original one, which from everyone I've talked to, they say that the original Walking Dead is the best. I guess. I don't know. I think I've only asked one person. I was supposed to ask more people. I don't care. So, original Walking Dead. Let's look at your characters here. Lee is pretty cool. Clementine is pretty cool. Every other character is stupid or shit or both. Mostly both. Fuck every character in The Walking Dead. I hope they all fucking die. Well, shit, a lot of them die actually. It's all scripted because your choices in The Walking Dead don't matter either. Oh, look at that. We'll get back to that. Characters in Life is Strange, they're good. And they're not bad. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Please don't make any sudden cuts. I've seen this really annoying trope in video games nowadays, where if the main character isn't, like, white, or, like, a dude, or, like, straight, then it's pandering to the audience. I mean, okay, take it from a straight white cis male. It isn't fucking pandering if the protagonist isn't a straight white male. I know, it's crazy, it's insane, it's this really weird concept, but as I said, as a straight white cis male myself, a straight white cis Aryan male, man, you're wrong. You're pulling at straws that don't exist. A lot of people bitch about Max and Chloe's relationship and how, oh, it's just lesbian fan service. Actually, you're actually wrong. You're actually wrong, and here's why. Did you know Max and Chloe like being in a romantic relationship? It's player choice. Did you know that? Did you know that maybe, just maybe, every single time there's any sort of love interest, anything, that you can choose not to participate in it? Did you know you can be in a relationship with Warren if you wanted to? Did you know that if you really wanted to, you could say fuck both of them? Yeah. It's fucking crazy. It's almost like Max is only ever bi if you fucking make her bi. Whoa, dude. Player choice. I guess Chloe's bi, and okay, whatever. It's bad, according to people. I don't know. I thought bi people were alright. Speaking of Chloe, actually, I probably should have put this in characters, but I'm just gonna say it now, man. People have a problem with Chloe and shit because her voice, her like accent, her dialects and shit. They say how real people don't say hella. You know, hella, that word that actually exists, is actually slang. You ever heard of these things called accents and dialects? You ever heard of these things called mannerisms? You ever heard of these things called, how people base their mannerisms based around people that they grow up with, and the company they keep shapes the person they are. I know it's crazy. It's almost like real people say hella, and by Chloe saying hella, it isn't just pandering to millennials and shit, because real people actually fucking say hella. Say it with me, boys and girls. Hella. 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 You don't know the half of the self-abuse. I'm gonna be absolutely honest here. I don't actually care about any of this. I've been devoid of emotions for a long time. But I will say, as my final point, boys and girls, I've said boys and girls 3 times in this fucking video now. The ending. The ending. A lot of people don't like the ending. You know, the way I got into Life is Strange is really weird, actually. So, Rabbit Luigi is a countdowner. He's not like one of the big company ones with like annoying clickbait and shit. He's a actually legit one. He's probably the best one there is. But about every week he posts a top 5, sometimes a top 10. And on May 1st, 2016, he posted a video of the top 5 hardest decisions in gaming. Now, number 1 on that list was the final choice for Life is Strange. Now, I was beguffled, that's not a word. I was confuzzled as to, it's not a word either, I'm just trying to rhyme shit at this point. Anyway, number 1 was Life is Strange ending choice, right? And I was confused, like, wow, the answer kinda seems obvious. Why in any conceivable fuck would this be a hard choice? And I mean, then you realize that, yeah. 2 days later, Game Theory posts a video called Theorists Are Killers! Life is Strange. And this also pertained to the ending, and the 16 personalities test thing of his viewers and which of the personalities picked what, right? And yeah, the 16 personalities, you know, those things that the really annoying special snowflake fucking dumbasses post on their Steam profiles and shit, you know that. Yeah, those. Yeah. So, say what you want about Matt Pat, right? I like his psychology videos, kind of. I mean, to each his own. So I decided that was fate after one of my favorite YouTubers and some other YouTuber I used to like, but then stopped watching after I realized he suckered me into buying the first 2 FNAF games, which are actually shit, and then he cashed out to FNAF, and then he cashed out to Undertale. Right, yeah, so I decided that was fate, and I pirated Life is Strange because I'm poor as fuck. So after getting about 6 to 8 Trojans and 2 or 3 failed downloads because the copy was bad and probably gave me viruses. I mean, they did give me viruses. I got a fuck ton of Trojans. I played through the game in like 2 sittings. I didn't want to clean out my PC because I thought if I did, there might be a chance that would fuck over the game and I wouldn't be able to play it. Looking back, that's retarded. What the fuck was I thinking? So I played through the game in like 2 sittings, and when I got to the ending, I chose what I thought wasn't logical, just out of the blue. I didn't really think about it. I just chose which one I thought I wouldn't choose, so I would have incentive to buy the game. A month or 2 later, the Steam Summer Sale happens, and I bought Life is Strange after already pirating it, after nearly killing my PC. I bought Life is Strange because I wanted to support Donut. I wanted the game myself. I didn't want my only experience in that game to be when I pirated it. And I'll be a fucking man, I'll own up to it. I fucking pirated it. I pirated Life is Strange. I'm a fucking idiot, but I did it. So go me. Yeah, dude. So anyway, when I played through the game the second time and actually contemplated the ending, instead of being fucking stupid, the choice was actually kind of hard. Yeah. Now, a lot of people don't like the ending decision, how it's only one decision, and how, oh, your actions don't actually affect things. Oh my fucking god. Like, what the hell, dude? Like, why aren't there 50 different endings? Why isn't there some of the most complex coding on the planet? Why are there only 2 endings? What the fuck? Like, this isn't some sort of like indie VN where everything in the game is just text boxes and artwork. Like, it's an actual game with actual length. It's longer than like 3 hours. There's an actual story. It's not realistic for them to code in 50 different fucking endings for every single action that you take. I mean, if you really want to be technical, the only thing that can ever really change, you make the final choice, and if you were good enough to Chloe, and if you did 2 specific actions, then you kiss her, I guess. That's the only thing, really, though. But that's pretty much Tales of the Borderlands, isn't it? You kill the vault guy, and you either get the 2 main characters that you play as together, or you get the guy and the sister chick. I mean, I didn't have a problem with that ending. Why would I have a problem with Life is Strange's ending? It's not like the other Telltale games, right? I know I'm comparing them a lot, but shut up, listen. It's not like they all have like 5 endings each. Would it have been nice if the ending didn't just come down to a single choice? Sure, would I have cared? No. It's a pretty nice game. What's the saying? It's about the journey, not the destination, right? So, out of those 3,000 downvotes on Steam, the only ones with any real credentials, I guess, that aren't just LOL pandering, LOL people don't actually say hella, LOL lesbians are bad, I'm gonna write a hail victory. Every review that's like not that, or like a 5-word fucking meme review, they're all about the ending. Like, what in the fuck? Did you like the base game? Did you like that journey? Then why is the destination the one thing that sinks you from liking the game to, oh wait, it's actually complete dog trash. Wow, look, it's a fucking horrible game. What the fuck? Like, okay, the thing with endings is, people say if there's a good game with a bad ending, it could ruin that game. I think Rabbed Luigi said that, actually. That you're fucking wrong. Like, Life is Strange is 10, 15 hours if you actually do everything, I think. Maybe. I'm stretching it a little bit, but hear me out. So, that half hour-ish of the ending of episode 5 versus all those hours of the actual game, you didn't like the game because of that? Is that what you're telling me? Now, I mean, if it's a really shit game with a god tier ending, and I mean god tier, then okay, it might be pretty decent. Not the other way around, sweetheart. That's not how it works. And even then, the shitty game would still have the shitty game in the shitty game, so it would still be a shitty game. Life is Strange is the #1 game I've seen where one part of the game, one part, which admittedly is the ending, but that one part is what makes everybody hate it. But that one part shouldn't be hated on. Where is the standard? Where is the written in the fucking, I don't know, written in stone? Written in stone, that's the saying. Where's the written in stone saying that every single episodic game that takes actual coding knowledge and skill needs at least 22 different endings, all relating to the actions you took? Why the fuck is it that has to be a thing? Why is it that a lot of the times that people say the ending is bad, they normally cite the fact that the game says that every choice you make has consequences. that doesn't say that every choice you make affects the fucking ending. It means it has consequences. I can go out and, like, smoke some weed, fucking get on a swing set and swing over a fucking fence, right? I can do that. What that'll do, well, the fence would probably be to a neighbor's backyard, and I would probably end up getting the police called on me or some shit, and then they would take me in, you know, all this. So that would affect my foreseeable future. That wouldn't affect the end goal of my life when I'm on my deathbed. Nothing would have happened from that. Just because a choice affects a part of a game doesn't mean it has to affect the fucking ending, you cunts. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words now, because now I'm pissed. Oh well, life sucks. Life sucks. Life isn't strange, man. To quote Rabbit Luigi, life really is fucking depressing. Whoa, dude, that got heated at the end, man. That was crazy. That was edgy, dude. So, this is an entirely new direction to the fucking channel. None of you are actually here. None of you got this far into the video, but yeah. So tell me, boys and girls, did you like this video? Did you hate this video? Should I go back to the FFWs? No, I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't. I don't fucking... The only people that watch this channel are like 5 of my Steam friends, so I mean, who actually cares? I don't care. I mean, oh well. Yeah, that's the video. If you like the more critique sort of direction, tell me in the Steam chats or the comments. I don't know. I don't care. If you didn't like it, then tell me you didn't like it and that I should go back to being edgy and ranting about things that have no meaning and died out years ago. So like, I didn't address it in the E3 video, but Before the Storm comes out in a month, the whole point of this being on July 30th is because Before the Storm comes out in exactly a month. Post-editing Oni here. It isn't fucking July 30th! So, yeah. That's crazy, dude. So, what I want to say about that, I didn't address in my E3 video because I'm a fucking idiot. I said that twice now. The only thing I have to say about that is, who's making the game? Who the fuck? Hold on. Well, who the fuck made the game? Deck 9. Deck 9? If you fuck up Before the Storm, I'm gonna have some issues. That's it. That's the end of the video. Bye-bye. Post-editing Oni here again. Also, I'm getting surgery in like a day or two, so if I'm not online, like, Friday afternoon, I fucking died. Bye-bye!